What's up, everybody? Yes, Kaiju, fuck the bot. You're first. You're first, as per usual. What's up, everybody? It's Jenna Say What here. Still under the weather. I can't see shit. Had an infection in both my nose and my eyes, so I can't wear my contacts. Don't have glasses. I take that back. I have a pair of glasses. They are not the right prescription. I tried wearing them earlier and can't see shit. Don't even know who just messaged, "Hi, teardrops. Hello." That's how bad it is. I literally can't really see my screen. We're balling today. I'm only going to be on for a very brief time. Probably 5:30, 6 o'clock. Worst, best case scenario, 6 o'clock. We're clearing it out. But hey guys, what's up? It's Should I Say What? Giving you some of the news. Normally we play Neopets. I don't know if I can see my screen well enough to play Neopets. Yeah, but hello, welcome in. I'm a cosplayer, YouTuber, TikToker, Instagrammer. I make fun of men on the internet now, apparently, because while I was sick, I was getting hate comments and just utilizing that time because I had no way to make content because fucking exhausted and slept most of the time. But if you're not following me on other social media platforms, jennasaywhat.com/links. Find all the links in there. We got from mild sauce all the way up to spicy. Go check those out. Follow me on all the other platforms. Free to follow. Subscribe if you want. Like, comment, hit that bell, all the etceteras. But yeah, let's get into it. Fucking Zoran Mamdani. Oh my god. Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. And on the day that loser Dick Cheney fucking passed away, fuck him entirely. Because him and Bush were the reasons why I was fucking pushed into the right-wing circle and was abhorrent to any brown person specifically of that nature. So to see that come full circle and to watch as I've grown, New York, beautiful, love it, because the shit that like, oh my, I don't know even how to put it in words. I'm like still medicated and not able to really speak and all this shit, but you love drinking Republican tears. Look at how close I have to get to my fucking computer screen to even see that. I can see that there's words popping up, but I have no idea what they said. Thanks, teardrops. Exactly though. I love drink. They're healing me currently. But yeah, witnessing something that turned me into like a right-winger and like on the extreme side, because 9/11 absolutely radicalized me. It was something that really fucked me up, because I would go to New York with my dad and like my family. My dad took me in New York. I have pictures of me with the Twin Towers, things like that. And it really radicalized me. So it took decades, like a decade, for me to like come out of that and realize like all the shit that I was saying and doing and thinking was like completely abhorrent and wrong, and changing that mindset, changing that thought process, and really learning how to do my own research and whatnot. Absolutely seeing Mamdani win, it made me so happy, almost like the whole thing is healing itself. Like we're all healing from the wounds that not only that gave us, but also the racist and the phobia with Muslims and brown people and whatnot. Like seeing that happen after I've come to the realization that I was being racist, I was being an awful human being, and doing my own research, doing my own self-reflection and whatnot. And I don't know how to put that into words, but it just makes me so happy to know that is no longer a piece of people nowadays. You know what I mean? And the fact that we have someone that's actually wanting healthcare for all, wants rent cap, wants the city to belong to the people. That's exactly how I've always wanted it. And people that try to, like, oh man, I don't even know how to put it into words, but I'm just really stoked to see it happen. And it makes me self-reflect on my past and my thoughts that I had. And it makes me really sad for the person that I was. And it makes me really happy to know that I've grown into the person that I am today, where I speak out against hate. And I try, well, except for unless you're trying to come for me, in which case I'll get you. But I don't know how to put it into words, but it makes me so happy and thrilled that is something that we have now, because fuck Cuomo and fuck that other dude. I don't know. He keeps on wearing a beret and I'm going to snatch it off his fucking head because he shouldn't be wearing a fucking beret. That's French shit. Get it off your head, you piece of shit. And then him being like them crying about it. Fuck them. Andrew Cuomo is a fucking pedophile. He's in those Epstein files. He's done a bunch of shady shit. It makes me... That man's disgusting. Nasty. Anyways. Scare tactics do that to people. It's absolutely true. Because, like, whenever 9/11 happened, I was terrified because I kept hearing, like, oh, like, Islam is a religion that wants to put you in Sharia law. Like, Sharia law was the main tactic that got me. That was the thing that got me. Not knowing that Christian nationalism is the same fucking thing. It's the same thing, except for that's here. That's here. And that's easily accessible to the white men that try to put women like me into fucking cages. And I'll scratch fucking eyes out before that happens. Anyways. Yes. So, yes, exactly. Teardrops. Zoran used a Mario in his victory speech, said he would never utter Cuomo's name again. He twisted the knife, and I'm loving it. I love that. I haven't seen that. I'll have to look at it. The guy wearing the beret started that Guardians gang. There's only one Guardian, and that's the Guardians of the Galaxy, baby. Get me Gamora any day. But no, that's so crazy. But yeah, I'm so excited. North Carolina had a ton of Democratic wins, which for our state, and not many people are talking about it, which is the one thing that is, like, surprising to me, is that we don't have very many people speaking on North Carolina's Democratic wins, which I think are not as... I think that they're all a big deal. I think that the North Carolina wins are slightly more because of how badly we are already gerrymandered, and they're gerrymandering one small district in the south of North Carolina to get rid of a black seat. Disgusting. But our state is so incredibly gerrymandered for a Democrat to win. It is incredibly difficult. And my small town even got a Democrat in, which I was like, I was scared to go to the polling. I knew that I was going to. I walked to my polling place which was a decent walk, but I can't fucking see. So I wasn't going to drive. And, like, I need to get out of the house. I'm going to be honest. I looked at it and I was like, that's a pretty decent walk. But I walked 11 miles in downtown Chicago, probably more than that, in downtown Chicago, probably more like 15 miles in downtown Chicago in one day. So I was like, I got this. Plus, I needed some air, because it did make me feel a little bit better while I was out in the open air and just kind of trying to get rid of this. Because, oh my God, I am so fucking sick of being sick. Universal healthcare, goddammit. Universal healthcare. Okay, no one's chatted. I can't fucking see. I just want to know if I can even see. Oh god, I can't even see. Is that a Neopet page? That is a Neopet page. I wonder if I can play Neopets with it being... No, because then I have to move it over to the small screen. I'm fucked. Yeah. Not having glasses. Woo! Because Walmart decided to give me the wrong fucking prescription. Thanks a lot. I always walk to your polling place. We had one thing to vote in Cali. It was hilarious. Prop 50 passed. I loved it. I love it. Hey, Geek, how are you doing? You're about to peep the White House page and see what's going on there. Yeah. I mean, the fake MySpace bullshit that they did, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. They're children. These motherfuckers are acting like children. And I hope to God, hello, Noodle. Hello. You can't see his tail, and you can't see his collar anymore because he's done with it. But yeah, like, what was I saying? I can't remember. Oh, the White House page. The fact that they're posting this bullshit and making fun of people, like Hakeem Jeffries putting him in a fucking sombrero and then putting sombreros in the back of the page. Like, get the fuck over yourself. Get the fuck over yourself. At this point, like, I saw someone in my on my Facebook basically bitching about how the polls went in Virginia, and they said completely factually inaccurate information, and then I plastered it like the correct information. Basically, they were like, no abortion should be legal unless it's for the health of the mother, and I was like, anyone that allows a child to carry their rapist or their parents, their dad's child, is evil, an evil human being. And then I was like, no abortion happens after 30 weeks for funsies. In fact, it is goddamn impossible for that to happen. So I was like, I'm more than willing to share with you that information. All I'd have to do is go into my mom in my chat, because my mom, she was like, I'm pro-life. And I was like, I don't think you are. And she's like, no, I am. And then we went over the whole thing, the step-by-step, like, do you believe that you're, like, whenever I was a child, if my stepdad would have raped and impregnated me, would you have allowed me to carry that child? She's like, oh my God, no. I was like, you're not pro-life, or pro-life then, you're pro-choice. Pro-choice doesn't mean that you're not pro-life. It doesn't mean that you believe that, you know, whatever. And she's like, well, what about 30 weeks? And I was like, oh, glad that you brought this up. Sent her a bunch of information. She's like, oh, I had no idea. I thought it was like one or the other. Like, there is no, like, gray. I was like, Mom, it's not black and white. There's a gray scale of this. This is how it is. And I offered to send her stuff, and she dead fucking silent. Dead silent. I was like, so you want to look like a moron? Okay. Okay, girly. Okay, girly pop. You can keep complaining then. So I need to stop touching my fucking eye. Don't touch your eye, Jenna. Jesus Christ. I'm trying not to make everything worse, because I'm almost done with my eye drops. I got one more drop left. Yes, one more drop left. I keep forgetting where I'm, like, how many eye drops I put in my eye. I'm supposed to do 4 drops a day. And I'm like, I'm trying to, like, do them in different areas of the house each day. So I am like, oh yeah, I did my drops in the living room. Oh, I did my drops in the kitchen. So I remember. So yeah, I have to do my last drop tomorrow or tonight. And then I should be good to put my contacts in my eyes without fucking up my eyeballs. So, you just heard a bunch of slob knobbing on the White House page and Vanity. I know. Hey Kenneth, how are you doing? I'm surviving. I'm not necessarily thriving right this second, but oh Jesus Christ, hold on. There's some gunk that's still trying to come out, you know? Guys, I can't. I can't. Come on, nose. Stop fucking... I was fine earlier. I was like, runny nose instead of stopped up, and now it's like stopped up again. Fucking fantastic. Oh, man. And apparently, I'm not the only person that's had this. Like, friends of mine that are not even in the area that I'm in are like, yeah, I have the exact same thing as you. Apparently, there is, like, some weird thing going around, but it has really kicked my ass. I have asthma and I guess a weak immune system now. This is where I miss working in the hospitals. This is where I miss working in the hospitals. Because whenever I did work in the hospital, my immune system was fucking top notch. Because I had someone who had TB cough directly in my face because the nurse forgot to put the like, oh, you have to gown and glove, TB, active TB present. And I came out of that room and she was like, why are you not masked and gloved and whatnot? And I was like, it doesn't say. And she's like, yes, oh shit, I forgot to put it up. And I was like, what do they have? And she's like, they have TB. And I go, they just coughed in my face. Because I was at their arm right here. And they like, right in my face. Never got TB. That was the peak of my immune system. Now, fucking tanked. It tanked. So, but I'm gonna go on a slight cleaning spree before I go to sleep tonight and see if maybe there's like dust or something that I missed. Like every now and then, like I'll go through and like deep clean everything just because like asthma and blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do that tonight because god damn it. Tuberculosis, TB. Tuberculosis. Right in my face. Directly into my face. I was fine. I was fine. But yeah, I congratulate, like, what is it? New Jersey also, like, I cannot, I don't know how many, like, elections the Democrats won, but it seems like the Democrats won mostly. I think that they were the ones who won most of the elections, which is really good. To me, that shows that people are wising up, that Trump and his regime are finally starting to collapse in on themselves, which is great because, oh my god, this government shutdown is the second, now it is the longest, only second to Trump. All the bad, like, listings, like, you know, number one, number two, those types of things, everything that's bad that's been in our government seems to be Trump. Like, he's like, let me see if I can beat myself. I gotta get that number one spot, baby. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck are we doing? I can't. Hey, Solid, I'm doing, oh, wonderful. Except for I'm still sick. We're trying. And I don't have glasses. Can't wear my contacts right now. So I can't even fucking... like, looking at my screen, I can't even see my facial structure in that. So, hopefully we're going to be better. Tomorrow I should be able to wear contacts again. Because I've been having to put eye drops in my eyes because that had a bacterial infection too. Like, it all just right here and right in the lungs. Not the boobies, but in the lungs. So, it's telling that either people are tired of Trump's BS, or the president election is actually rigged. Yes, I think that this last election was rigged, and the reason that he pushed that agenda during the 2020 election was to plan for this exact thing. So then whenever the Democrats say that's rigged, they'd be like, oh, well, you said that it wasn't rigged before. Well, it wasn't rigged before, but now you have fucking all of those, like, tech bros in your fucking back pocket, including Elon Musk, who definitely helped rig this election. I have my MagFest badge. no room. But we're seeing what we're gonna finesse. So, you hope you feel it. Thank you. If they're not rigging it under the table, it's gerrymandering. Exactly. I mean, look at North Carolina. We are the most jerry-rigged state in the union at this point. And it's becoming worse and worse. Like, us in Texas. I'm not sure. Like, I guess Texas would be more because they're a bigger state. I don't know. But both of those states, hugely gerrymandered. In fact, we're gerrymandering again. And I'm really hoping that bites them in the ass. Because, again, most of the people elected that I've seen and that I've heard friends of mine talk about are all Democrats. So I'm hoping that the gerrymandered map bites them in the ass and they end up being overtaken by Democrats. And then at some point we need to codify only changing the maps when we have the fucking census. Period. Whatever we gotta do at this point, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what we do. But when everything is settled, we need to codify and make goddamn sure that no one can gerrymander these fucking maps ever again. Ever again. Period. End of discussion. Because we need to have it off the census like it's supposed to be. And we're having so many people's voices silenced because of the gerrymandering, because of the map rigging, because of this and that. And like, does that mean that Southern Illinois is going to have a bigger voice? And I really don't think that they should. Because I grew up there and I know how those people are. But like, yeah, I'll allow it. You know what I mean? It's because everybody needs to have a voice. Because as we always, like, the big thing with Illinois as I grew up is Southern Illinois doesn't get much funding for schooling. We don't get much funding for schools. We don't get a lot of the tax money because we don't have a lot to offer anymore. Southern Illinois is primarily coal mining country, which, as we know, a lot of coal mines done skis. My education definitely hurt because of gerrymandering. My education definitely didn't like thrive. The roads, the everything in Southern Illinois is, 40 years behind the times because of the fact that they're not getting the funding that they should. And because a lot of the money does stay up in Chicago. And understandably so, Chicago's the one that brings in the money. Southern Illinois is the leech of Illinois. However, our voices were never heard when we needed more education money, whenever we needed more infrastructure money, things like that. So it's a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? And so I firmly believe that we have to codify that shit to where it's only done by the census. Republicans make a habit of accusing everybody else of their crimes. Absolutely. Saw it. Beautifully spoken. Yes, exactly. Makes me wonder if that's why Trump is trying so hard to make coal happen again, because it's areas. Yes, you're 100% right. Teardrops, without a doubt. And for me, I am beyond against the use of coal mines. I didn't witness, but I was one of my wrestling friends that I wrestled with, someone that I went to high school with, was friends with, wrestled with, like, great dude. He had just had a baby and he died in quite possibly the worst fucking way I could ever think a human being could die, inside a coal mine. I don't think that we should be using coal anymore. That alone was a huge, and I knew that coal mines were dangerous. They're treacherous places. The people, the higher ups don't give a fuck about who's down there as long as they're raking in that money. They don't give a fuck. And witnessing and watching and having that happen to someone that I knew personally, it fucking killed me inside. I don't think I've ever felt that level of just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's whenever I found that out, bros, I was like, this is why we can't be using coal. This is why we can't be putting our people down in fucking mine shafts anymore. This is beyond disgust, like a horrible thing. I don't think I'm ever going to not have that mental picture in my head and remember the day that I came back home to visit to purchase a t-shirt for him, for his wife and his child, because they weren't getting any kind of, like, almost no support from the coal mine itself after the accident. And so they were trying to survive. And so the local t-shirt shop that made our like hoodie, our jerseys, our hoodies, everything, they stepped in, bit off all of that money, and just donated every bit of that proceed to the family, because there was no funds that were given to the family by the coal mine. That's why I said, I was like, they'll probably use humans in the coal mine for a very brief period of time before they finally switch it over to complete robots. And then Southern Illinois is back the way it was. So anybody in Southern Illinois that voted for Trump thinking that coal mines were the way to go back, no, they're not going to send people in the coal mines soon. Just TikTok, baby. They're going to send down robots at some point, because a robot's going to be able to do a better job. And it's, if a robot breaks, don't have to pay the family. Don't have to pay the family. He wants kids back in there? Possibly. I think that kids, they're going to be more in the, like, assembly lines and things like that. I don't necessarily think it's going to be in the coal mines. And the reason being is because I think that they're going to go with robots before they go with humans. AI, robotics, those are the two fields that is replacing humans faster than anything else. Part of me is like, how long would they even be using kids before they're like, oh, we have robots now. Bye, kids. You know what I mean? So big chunks of me is saying, like, it's going to be robots, and AI is the thing that's going to be down in those mines, going to be doing the slave labor, which is like, that's a double-edged sword too, because I don't want children laboring. Let kids be kids. Stop fucking allowing, making children your slave labor. Stop making low-income people your fucking slave labor. Stop making prisons your fucking slave labor. We shouldn't be doing slave labor, period. End of discussion. So, like, seeing a socialist get in makes me so fucking happy. So fucking happy. At this point, I don't know where I fall in the spectrum of, like, politics at this point, because, like, am I a leftist? Am I a socialist? Am I an anarchist? Am I a combo of three? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm so worried about how bad jobs are going to be in the next few years. Because we have them obviously saying, oh, AI, we're going to get rid of everybody. It's crazy. You're glad that the Democrats won? Same. God, my rosacea. I just got really close. I'm like, oh, my rosacea. America is carefully constructed slave labor as we are all slaves of society. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I was actually I love talking politics with my mom because she's woken up significantly, and I think that she was just misinformed on a lot of things. But she's woken up significantly. That's why I still have a relationship with her, and she listens to me, and she appreciates everything that I tell her, and I always back it up. I'm like, here's the facts, here's this, here's that. And yeah, I was telling her, you know, I was like, oh, she was talking about, she's like, well, if people, you know, want to take advantage of the system and not work and blah, 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 then, like, that's not good. And I was like, actually, I was like, how many people do you think have a job that are homeless right now? And she's like, what? And it took her a second. I was like, how many people have a job, percentage-wise, have a job that are homeless? And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, I think it's 50%, 40 to 50%. And she was like, what? And I was like, yes. And in my head, I was like, think about it. I was homeless whenever my stepdad kicked me out. I was homeless and I was still working. I was working at McDonald's, sleeping in my car until my stepdad stole my car. Whenever that man dies, I'm going to pop a fucking bottle of champagne. I'm going to chug that motherfucker. I'm going to chug it. That's going to suck, but I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Horrible human being. He also abused the shit out of my mom, so he can fucking suck a dick. I'm so cunty today. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry, but abusers, they can fuck off, because I'll bully abusers any day. Any day. But yeah, whenever I was telling my mom stuff like that, and I was like, just a heads up, like, the people that get these, you know, this amount of money, they're working minimum wage, $7.50 an hour is minimum wage. And she goes, no, it's not. And I go, yes, it is, nationally. And she's like, oh my God. And I was like, yes. She was thinking Illinois state. I was like, that's state. Government, like, nationally, it's $7.50. And she was like, holy shit. So, like, things like that, I'll tell her, and she's like, oh. And I'm like, yes. North Carolina is $7.50. So you would have to work 2 hours at McDonald's to even be able to afford a meal at McDonald's. And she's like, holy shit. And I was like, and Walmart is a huge proponent for bringing in SNAP people, like, people that tell you how to do your SNAP benefits, teach you how to, like, apply for government assistance, because Walmart pays into those systems so they don't have to pay their employees an actual livable wage. And my mom's like, that is evil. And I was like, I know. Like, and so there's so many times I'll tell her things like this, and she's like, I had no idea. And I'm like, yes. Because my mom, she doesn't really, she doesn't want to know. She doesn't want to know. So I give her, like, little tasty bits throughout. I don't think she actually voted at all this last election, which is fine, because, again, Southern Illinois is gerrymandered to fuck, and Illinois went blue anyway, so, you know what I mean? I'm just glad that she didn't vote for the orange Hitler, so, you know, we need to drink to that dick dying, absolutely. Like, when he died, I want you to know, I opened my phone to Pearl Mania and his video, and how he was like, you know, oh, fuck it. I don't know. If you guys haven't seen Pearl Mania's video, I'm just gonna, like, fuck. I can't see anything. There's my Neopets one. Fuck. I can't see a fucking thing, guys. Jesus Christ. Hold on. We got this. Pearl Mania 500. I don't know if you guys saw it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna have to shrink this little guy down. Oh, come on. God, please don't do this to me whenever I can't see things. So just bear with me, my fucking hell. My eyesight, god damn it. There we go. Oh, I'm telling you, I know I was telling Teardrops this. I can't see shit without my glasses. I am like Velma, without a doubt. And that's so sad. It's so sad. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got Pearl Mania up. You adore him. I do too. Hopefully everything's okay, because I can't fucking see anything. Okay.
And Dick Cheney didn't. I just woke up and Dick Cheney didn't, because Dick Cheney is dead and I'm alive, and this is how I lost No Nut November. That's right. I've been waiting so long to read this obituary. Dick Cheney is directly responsible for friends of mine dying in Iraq next to millions of other people. Dick Cheney is one of the worst people to ever fucking live. Every single thing that's bad right now is due to that awful man. I should text Satan and say sorry for your fucking loss, but I can't, because I'm full of too much joy right now, because I'm standing up. I woke up, saw the news, smile on my face, swung my legs out of bed, put them on the floor, because Dick Cheney's in the dirt. Hit the good music. Let's all dance. Let's all have a good dance. Let's all have a good dance. Dick Cheney is dead.
I need you to know, I fucking lost it with that. I fucking lost the ska. Him just like being like fucking Dick Cheney's dead, bitches. Like, oh my god. I woke up and that's the first thing I saw, and I want you to know, because of that motherfucker radicalizing me and fucking helping, like, swing me over to the other side with bullshit rhetoric, my god, hearing that he died first thing, guys, I knew it was going to be a good day. And then I was like, please, dear God, on this day that someone that radicalized me has passed away, rest in piss, motherfucker, please, God, give us Mom Donnie. Please, God, give us Mom Donnie, and we fucking did. No one wants the wicked. I really shouldn't have done that. We're gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it the pressure starting again. God damn it. Yesterday was a good day. Today is a good day still. I think I saw something about a plane blowing up too, which, like a cargo plane, and I'm just like, apparently we might not have air traffic at all. Like, we might have, like, shutdowns with, like, airplanes, and all I have to say to that is, fucking shut it all down, bitches. Shut it all down. I have said this since the jump, that we need to start protesting in the worst kinds of ways. And as a medical professional, and this is going to sound absolutely fucking evil, possibly, but at this point, I'm just like, you know what? All medical staff, because medical staff do not get paid nearly enough to deal with anything that they deal with. I mean, for God's sakes, I was paid $13 an hour and had someone with TB cough directly into my fucking face, inches away. $13 an hour to have that. I'm dealing with piss, poop, urine, shit, blood, sputum, and all of the in-betweens, like, dead thing, like, pieces of human bodies, like, because I worked in the lab, so I saw everything. and I was getting paid Dick Cheney's dead. Yes. Anyways, I wasn't getting paid anything, and I worked for LabCorp for 10 fucking years. For 10 years. And I was a damn good phlebotomist. And by the time that I left, I was just then making $18 an hour. Our medical staff is paid bullshit for what they do and what we deal with. We need to all walk out. Dead ass. The patients will be fine for an hour. Walk out for an hour. I know that they're going to be like, what if there's a code? I don't know. We're not in the building. Maybe we are more important than being paid bullshit like wages, because our nursing staff, they're barely like, knowing how much it costs to go to nursing school, I don't know if I could ever pay that off. I'm going to be dead ass. Like, I looked at the numbers and I was like, I can't go to school to be a nurse. And I'm telling you right now, I would have made a fucking astonishing ER nurse. A fucking astonishing ER nurse. And that's what I wanted to do. Not all I wanted to do, but I wanted to go and be an ER nurse because I knew that I could do it. And I knew I'd be really good at it. And I looked at those numbers and it fucking shattered me on the inside. Because I was like, there's no way I can ever pay this back. There's no way. There's just no way. So, walk the fuck out. Walk the fuck out. Every single hospital, every doctor, every nurse, every phlebotomist, even the janitor staff, even the people at the front desk, fucking walk out. Because we're not paid nearly enough, and we are losing medical personnel hand over fist. I don't know if I will have to be hard up for money. I would rather suck and fuck for my rent than go back to the hospitals and get paid the amount that I was. Dead ass. Dead ass. And then these motherfuckers commenting on my post being like, go, you fucking dick sucking bitch. I'm like, yeah, and? What's your dad's number? Because I'm old enough now that I can be your stepmom, bitch. Be careful. Be careful. I'm vengeful. I'll go for your dad. And I will ground you on Christmas. You're not getting any dessert on Christmas. None. Zero. Zip. You're getting coal in your stockings. You're getting coal in a box. And your dad's gonna hit it. And you're gonna fucking have to hear it too. Because I'm gonna be loud as fuck. Like, please. Please push me out limit, bro. Please. Do it. Just fucking do it. But yeah, like, all of these jobs that should be paid more are not being paid more. And it's all because these motherfucking rich bitches keep wanting to, like, take all that money. It's cash grab. It's cash grab. Fucking for-profit hospital, same concept. Anyways, I always go on a tangent with like medical field because it still makes me mad that I can't afford to do that anymore because I'm not paid enough to do that. It's crazy. Hey, Patrick. It's so crazy to me. So I always say, fucking medical staff, walk out. Just do it. Fucking walk out. Walk out. Walk out. Because if we're not, like, the amount of money that I know that nursing staff gets paid is just, it's so fucking insane. It's so fucking insane. We really need to be treating more. And, oh, Tennessee. Speaking of people that should be paid more, Tennessee is like, oh, we don't have enough teachers. We should just hire people that have a bachelor degree or something like that. Like, basically lower than an actual teaching degree. And I'm just saying here, like, if we paid our teachers the correct salary, instead you are going, how can we get more teachers but not pay them more? We'll lower the standards. That can't bite us in the ass. Shit like that. This is why I'm so thankful that we have Mom Donnie in, because I'm hoping to fucking God that other Democrats see this and heed it and are like, oh, maybe we should be more socialist. Maybe we should do these things that are going to help our community instead. That's all I want. That's all I want. I want everybody to be paid a livable wage. I want rent caps. I want our housing. I found out that apparently the parking lots, and basically if you pay, at least in Chicago, if you pay through a credit card, those parking spots aren't even owned by Americans. And it's the same thing with like all these housing. Like there's tons of houses that are bought up by Blackstone and by other people overseas. And then we're wondering why we can't house our Americans. Like why we can't afford housing. Why people like me will be forever renters. We need rent caps. Because every year, our prices go up and go up. Our food, we should have food limit caps. Like, eggs can only go this high. If that means that there's no eggs on the shelf, guess what? There's tons of local people that are selling eggs. Like, there's tons of there's got to be better solutions for this shit. There's just got to be better solutions for this shit. I wish we were in a great economy again, like the 1990s. We had political stability. Yeah. So, yes and no. I know that there's a lot of things I don't recall from the 90s because I was a kid during that time, and I was definitely a bit radicalized towards like more anarchist. So I'd have to really, really research into that, but I'm sure it feels like it was more stable. It definitely feels like that. So I'm gonna have to take your lead on this one, Patrick. But yeah, I don't know. Like all of this, the fact that we're gonna more and more people are gonna become unhoused during all this. The Supreme Court is look at my rosacea is really, really pinky. God, my face is hot. This is what happens whenever I'm sick. Hold on. I don't have a fever, right? I don't think I do, but Jesus. So hot. Well, back then everyone was not as brainwashed as the media. Yeah. Well, I think that that's also a yes and no. With the shift of social media, that definitely helps spread misinformation and good information. Again, it's a double-edged sword. All this shit is so double-edged, and the problem is that no one wants to be responsible with that sword. Yes. I have gotten a little more red. Yeah. Hey, look, it's 5:52. I'm probably not going to stay on much longer because, like, your girl is still sick, obviously. Because I can feel the pressure starting. And, like, my face always is red like this for the most part. Rosacea. That Scottish blood in me, it negates the French, and it's like, hey, rosacea. Like, son of a bitch. My grandmother was Scottish, though, and she was a fucking angel. Listen, she was an angel. My mom said whenever she passed away, because she was right there with her, she said that she actually saw Grandma's soul leave her body, and she was like, it was gold. And I was like, I knew it. I knew that woman was gold. She lived in a different time period, but she was so kind to everyone, to everybody. So, It's no wonder. Anyway, I digress, but I always got to talk good on my grandma because she was a little angel. My French grandma, apparently she had 3 sons and she fucking hated kids, and also that grandma too. She was amazing. She was an angel as well. I still eat peppermint patty. Like, I love peppermint patties, and she used to carry like a jar, or she had a jar on her little table. Ballsy as fuck, let me tell you, because it was like in this nice little jar, and she had a white couch, and that bitch let me eat that on her white couch. But I loved that couch. Like, the second I laid eyes on it, I was like, I was smitten by it. Kind of like JD Vance is smitten by couches, but not in the sexy way, but like in the, this is beautiful. I want this couch. I want this couch. Like, as a kid, that was the first couch that I've ever been like, this is what I'd want in my house. This is the style. This is the aesthetic. Gorgeous. She had a gorgeous aesthetic, by the way, and I take a little bit after her with the way that I decorate, but not in here. This room is the only room in the house that looks like this. Everything else is like gothy and very like, I don't know what this is, but that. Oh my god. Anyways, I wish that we were living in a time period where no one was going hungry. We have help for people that need it. We have opportunities for people that need it or want it. You know, the American dream is officially dead. Everything that I ever wanted to do with my life has been blocked because of money, or because of like financial reasons, or because of distance, which was because of financial reasons. I couldn't get to those places. Like, there's so many things that we are not allowing ourselves to have. I know in my heart of hearts that there are new Mozarts out there, but they don't have the ability to get the training that they need, or they don't have access to a piano. They don't have access to their instrument. I was fucking great on a tuba, naturally. Like, that was my instrument. I can't afford a tuba. I got my little drum that I try to use. I do not have that kind of rhythm, but I am definitely trying. But that drum is like a cheapy drum, so there, like, a few of the notes are off, and I just deal with it. But, like, imagine the Picassos that we have amongst us, the Mozarts, the diamonds in a rough kind of people that could create beautiful art or incredible inventions that would help people, or people out there that could literally cure cancer. And we have roadblocked those children and those people because of they're too poor, or they're too this, or they're not white enough in our society. Imagine how beautiful of a world we could live in if we allowed people to succeed at the things that they are good at, and allowed people that route to flourish. I want Star Trek. That's what I want. Hey, it's Red. Dick is gone. Bush remains. Congrats on the transition, America. Yeah. But that's what really breaks my heart, is the fact that we don't allow our citizens to thrive at all. At all. We've roadblocked everything. We could have doctors out there, and that's another thing that I can't stress enough, is the fact that we're losing so many healthcare providers and people in healthcare. Again, I would have been a goddamn good ER nurse. I can't stress that enough. I would have been a phenomenal ER nurse, but I can't. I don't have the luxury of the time to go to school. I don't have the luxury of the financials to go to school. But I know I would be incredible. I understand healthcare more than I give myself credit for, and it breaks my heart that there are people out there that are probably even better than I am that'll never get the chance to be a doctor or be, even a specialist, which we're losing specialists too. And especially with them, with us only giving out, I think, $200,000 for school per person, which seems like a lot of money, but to go into a specialty, which we will need for like oncology or podiatry or even brain surgeons, things like that, you have to go to school for an exorbitant amount of time, and it is an astronomical amount of money. But we need these people, because if we don't have them, then we have no one there to be able to do these surgeries, to be able to heal the population, to be able to give someone a second chance at life. It's heartbreaking. It is absolutely fucking heartbreaking that is the way that it is now. And it shouldn't be. And the reason that it's like that is because we have 1%ers that have decided that they want to rake in all this money. I'm going to be honest, like, I've thought about it, and I'm like, would I actually be a person that if I was a billionaire, or even just a millionaire, if I would be kind with my money? And I was like, be real with yourself, Jen. Be real with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. And the more I've thought about it, the more I'm like, I don't think that I would be able to just hog that money. Like, if I had a yacht the size of fucking Jeff Bezos, I would be like, all my friends, we're all living on this. Get rid of everything that you want to. I'll buy us a huge ass storage unit. We'll section it off. Friends of mine can put like whatever stuff that they need into the storage unit if you want to like move back out on your own. But like, we're all living on the boat. I wouldn't even live in a house. I'd be like, no, this yacht is a commune, basically. And we would fucking sail the 7 seas. It would be like One Piece. It would be One Piece, except for we'd all be on the same boat, and it would be great. But like, that's how I would see it. Is I'd be like, okay, if I have all this money, I'm going to share it with my friends. And I've said this once, and I'll say it again, that like, if I ever got like famous in some sort of way, I'm like an old I'm a 90s rapper, baby. Everybody my posse comes with me. Like, everybody that has been here, that's helped me, I would be like, these are the people that I'd be hiring. These are the people that I would be like, however I can bring you up to the top. And if you, like, I say this about Teardrops. I'm like, she's moderated for me. If I had the chance and the opportunity to be able to hire, like, Teardrops and, like, a bunch of friends, and Teardrops like, hey, I have this opportunity, but I have to leave you. But you helped me get that. I'd be like, girl, take it. Take it, mama. Like, this is exactly why I brought you up with me. This is exactly why I did that, is to bring my friends along, to give them the opportunities and the resources that they need to be able to do the thing that they love. Old school 90s rapper, baby. Bring my posse up to the top with me. Because, like, there's not enough people that allow us to have opportunities. There's not enough opportunities for us. In fact, the opportunities are getting less and less and less and less as the days progress, because we have fucking AI to compete with. And then even worse, we're not going to have AI regulation for 10 years. Yet we're not getting rid of CEOs, because that can be changed, or that can be, AI can do that. Like, again, when are we gonna just not pay our taxes? When are we gonna, like, not deal with the government at all, and we're just gonna go off on our own and start doing our own thing, growing our own stuff, and being like, fuck this, we're gonna commune? I don't know, like, how is that a thing? No, I know teardrops. I know. But that's how I am. Is like I believe firmly that if, especially in this day and age, so many people don't get the opportunities that they should. You have to either like there you have to undercut people, you have to do all these things, you have to do all the like we just don't have the ability to get people where they need to be anymore at all. It's so incredibly sad. And I know so many incredible artists. I know so many incredible healthcare professionals. I know so many people that are so intelligent, but there's no opportunities for us to thrive in the things that we want to do. And it breaks me. It breaks me. We shouldn't pay taxes during the, I mean, honestly, I haven't watched it yet, but, Legia Miller, who is a YouTuber, and she is a lawyer. She's not your lawyer, but she is a lawyer. And she actually started talking about specifically not paying your taxes during this. And then, you know, she was like, hypothetically, and I haven't watched that video yet because I can't see a fucking thing. I can't even see my computer monitor, which is, I'm touching it now. Like, it's arm's distance. And I can't see. So, me trying to watch anything new, like, I have Solar Opposites play, like, I've been playing Solar Opposites, I've been playing Psych, I've been playing, like, shows that I have watched repeatedly that I don't have to, like, focus in on, because I will sit there, I'm like, the fuck is happening? I can't see anything. Let me squish my eyeballs to be able to see, and now I can see. So it's like, at this point, I'm blind, and I'm just gonna accept it. I have succumbed to the blindness and the sickness that is this goddamn nasal infection. As I just breathed in and heard the rattle in there, I'm like, fucking. Who can say where? Oh! Alright. It is 6:06. 6:05. See? Can't fucking... And that's even closer. I'm touching my phone right now. I can't even... That's why I couldn't do any notes. It's because I can't fucking see. But tomorrow, I will be able to see. So maybe I'll be able to be okay. Again, my last round of stuff is done today. I just took my last pill this morning. My last eye drop is in the evening before I go to sleep. Here's hoping that I am gonna be better entirely tomorrow, because I swear to God, guys, if I don't feel better tomorrow, I'm going to dress up as Libby, because I trust Libby to do this. Drill 2 holes right here, and then place spigots. So I can just continue drain. Just drain it. Constant. Jesus Christ. I'm so ready to be well. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. I actually was like, I'm starting to wonder, I'm like, is it my apartment? That's why I'm like, after this, I'm going to vacuum everything. I am moving a ton of stuff. Like, what is it? I think I only have to really move my bed and my dressers, but I'm moving those to vacuum back there, because I'm like, it's been a few months, so I'm like, I'm probably due for it anyways, but like, I'm even doing that to try to like, maybe that'll help, maybe, I don't know, I'm asthmatic, I don't fucking know what my lungs want to do today. Yeah, I know. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna blow my nose for the 400th time. Again, my face is fucking red, I don't care. Rosacea, baby, woo! So whenever I'm not feeling good, it's always there. She there. Anyways, I love you guys. If you're not following me on my other social media platforms, please do. JennaSayWhat.com/links. You'll find everything there. If you want to support me, follows are free. If you want to subscribe, great. I fucking appreciate the hell out of you for it. We got things from mild all the way to spicy. I would say that this is the middle between like super spicy, because I'm a pretty spicy little pepper on this site, but this is a different kind of spicy pie. Anyways, I digress. JennaSayWhat.com/links. I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. Fuck it. Let's do a little bit because I'll be able to see. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Same place, same time. We'll play some Neopets tomorrow because I know that they're dying at this point, just like myself. Yes, subscribe. See, I can't even fucking see. Anyway. I can't see where my ending is. Oh. Alright. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Congratulations to all the Democrats that won. And fuck ICE. Free Palestine. I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Fucking hell. See? I can't see. I'm like Velma. Alright, I love you guys. Bye.